What if I were to suggest that you play a key role in the awakening world? And that you are watching this because you have heard the call. We can start right now by opening our hearts and minds. Welcome to the awakening world.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Awakening World. I'm Love Coach Scott Katamas, and we have a wonderful show tonight. Um, one of the great uh, teachers, one of the great innovative, inspirational, spiritual leaders was Reverend Ernest Holmes. And I've heard his name for quite a while. Reverend Michael Beckwith, who's been an important friend of mine, as well as a colleague and definitely a spiritual teacher, often quotes Ernest Holmes. And so I'm really excited because a number of wonderful people have put together a full show tonight all about the wisdom of Ernest Holmes, and it's going to include a lot of wonderful music. Very briefly, we're going to have longer introductions a little bit later on in the show, but I want to start by acknowledging our beloved Reverend Jeffrey Colebrook. He about twice a year, he'll say, Scott, let's do a show on, and those shows always turn out to be wonderful. And he brought in his dear friend, Reverend Kathy. She's been on the show before, and they've kind of put this show together. And I'm going to bring up most of the people that you're going to hear from tonight. A longtime friend of mine, Fairy Elaine Silver, is going to bless us with voice and song, and that's going to be fun. And then some people that I'm meeting for the first time. Reverend Dr. Sherry McMurray is with us, coming all the way from Las Vegas, the Las Vegas Spiritual Center. We're going to meet Aldo. And then we've also got with us Reverend Christy Semple, and we've got Barbara Henselman. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing that right, and Dr. Trish. So these are all some of the people we're going to be hearing from tonight. I think there might be a few others, but I only have room for 9. And we're going to start the show the way we always do. And I want to give a special shout out to our beloved Omashar because he has been the producer for this show. And it's kind of a complicated show to produce. And he has done a wonderful job because Ernest Holmes gave Omashar the great secret power. Uh,
He actually did. And I'm really grateful for this show because it's made me tune in with Ernest a lot more. I've played many times at the Center for Spiritual Living in Hawaii and also in San Diego, and so I'm very used to the format and the messages, but I really hadn't looked in that deeply, and so I'm very, very grateful for that because holy smoke, this man is absolutely amazing in what he espouses. And even this is, I don't know his timeline, but even this one, we got the Taurus and that way. God gave us his secret power, but nobody uses it. Of course, now, that was 20, 30 years ago. Now we are learning how to use it. And so I'm going to sing a song called Lead with the Heart because it seems to be kind of a good part of the topic tonight. And so get ready to schmooze and move and do all those sort of things. And here we go. Hopefully. Yep, I think we're good. It takes the beautiful unknown that somehow makes you feel you're home again, finally home again. And there's no longer any doubt what the mystery's about for you, or what you should do. So if you lead with your heart. It's the one thing you can trust, to always come from love, and it will shine right through the dark, like a northern star to show you what is true. You'll never lose if only you lead with the heart.
We all do twinkles. For those of you that are new to the Awakening World, we twinkle Omashar and we twinkle some of our presenters as our way of saying thank you. And that was a beautiful, beautiful start, Omashar. Thank you so much. For anybody who's new, the Global Peace Tribe was born in April of 2020 when the pandemic was first beginning. And we thought we were just going to do shows to kind of keep people connected for maybe 6 or 8 weeks. Well, we've been going for over 6 years now. And all of our shows are designed to provide inspiration. And one of the things that's wonderful is oftentimes people that are long-term members of our Global Peace Tribe come to me with an idea. Hey, Scott, let's do a show on. And nobody does that better than Reverend Jeffrey Colebrook. And every idea he's had for a show has always turned out to be a hit. And we've had wonderful presenters come in. So we're going to start tonight's show by honoring you, Reverend Jeffrey, and love for you to share a few words about Ernest Holmes and Science of Mind and what this all means to you.
Well, first of all, I don't know how Omashar does it again and again. He's got the science, he's got the mystical man. Ernest Holmes had practical spirituality, but he also was a deep mystic as well. And I love the torus, because the torus is key to the unified model of physics. And I might get a little bit into that as we get going. But I just so honored to be able to bring part of what my awakening was. And really, we're talking about peace. But peace is about awakening. I mean, when we awaken, what can we think about other than bringing peace to the world? And here we are, and everyone who gets to come here, and I'm so honored to be part of this community. It's just amazing. And Scott, I get how you said you couldn't do it without Omashar.
Oh, yeah.
This would not happen without Omashar and Reverend Kathy. But they really, he's it was an idea, but I wouldn't have come together in such a beautiful way. Thank you, my blessed Omashar. And of course, she has the beautiful. I have been reading the Science of Mind magazine forever, it seems like, as part of my awakening. It was, I on a path like we all are. We will awaken, and then we try to create in ourselves a vibration and a practice. And I've been reading the Science of Mind magazine for, I don't know, 30 years now. And it lifts me up every morning, and I get to share it with people. And it's a wonderful magazine. It's Science of Mind magazine, and we are all incarnated in one. Get little messages like that, and Ralph Waldo Emerson quotes like, "The currents of the universal being circulate through me. I am part of particles of God." So it's these inspirations that keep us connected to who we are as awakening beings. And the probably the most inspirational book I've ever read was called The Voice Celestial. It's the Holmes brothers, Fenwick and Ernest, who wrote this story of awakening. Basically, it's actually beautifully, poetically talks about how we all search and are and looking for something, and we're uncomfortable and we're looking for answers. And the voice celestial, as it is in the book, it's a story of the fair, all of us seeking that, and the presence is the other character whose voice answers. Um, Spoiler alert, it turns out the presence is the higher power or the source within us all. But it's the voice celestial. It's an amazing book, and I just took one little quote out of it because it's a question that we all are always answering. What are these phantom forms that come and go? The sea appears as mist, the mist appears as snow. Is life itself an illusion? Is the mind the falsely seeing eyesight of the blind? Do not, I pray, resort to sophisticity. Interesting word. Anyhow, and the presence responds. You could not ask what you have poised to me without a mind to frame the questions asked, nor could the great enigma be unmasked, save that behind the conscious mind, the soul contains the embryo, the fullness of the whole. For cosmic consciousness is everywhere, and so in you, and find it there. So it's all about the awakening of all of us. And as we all awaken across the planet, there will be peace. And one of the beautiful things about the Science of Mind magazine, that's where I found the word "levolution" in an article there. And I found it such a beautiful thing to share. I put on a little card because it's just a word. It says "levolution," free new word as a gift, open to all, please share. And that's a wonderful thing. And I just wanted to tell you that the science, the unified model of science, speaks truly to the mystical self of who we are. We are all connected. Every proton in our body is connected to every other proton in the universe. And that becomes a beautiful science fact. So thank you. And again, I'm so excited that everyone is coming here to create, because peace is an energy that we can put out and the universe will hear and will circulate it back. That's how the universe works. So thank you. Thank you, Scott, for allowing me to bring all these wonderful folks here to share the story of what has been my biggest inspiration, Ernest Holmes.
And Jeffrey, remember one thing, Levolution is the solution.
It is. And not only this is a solution, it's inevitable. Resistance is futile. It's how the universe works.
Absolutely. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. Um, I want to acknowledge I was kind of reviewing what's going on in the chat box. And it's great because we've got people who've never heard of Ernest Holmes. We've got people that have been going to churches inspired by Ernest Holmes for years. So it's a wonderful mix. And kind of the co-producer of tonight's show that I want to introduce next. And she's going to be introducing most of our guests. But this is Reverend Kathy Mastroianni. And she is the executive director of the Science of Mind Archives and Library Foundation. She's an ordained Center for Spiritual Living minister and truly a teacher of light, love, and peace. She's devoted to preserving Ernest Holmes' legacy while inspiring peace through her lifelong commitment to revealing peace on earth, individually and collectively. And so we are the Global Peace Tribe, and since tonight we're celebrating and learning about Ernest Holmes, in these dark and challenging times, what gives you hope and inspiration that we will experience peace in our world. What's your take on that, Kathy?
I love that question. And again, it's an honor to be here, Scott, with everyone here. Your peace tribe to meet my peace tribe. I mean, peace is now. And
Yeah.
and really is. I've found Ernest Holmes 20 years ago, and I just immediately fell in love. And then 12 years ago, I became the archivist or the executive director of the archive. I had no idea how peaceful Dr. Ernest Holmes was. And his work and his writing really inspires me and uplifts me to realizing peace right here and right now in our world. And it really is. It's done unto us as we believe. And when we go into our own hearts, that's where it starts. We work on ourselves and our own souls and revealing that peace. And as we do that, it just radiates out to the entire planet. So I'm
Beautiful.
really excited to be here. And so Dr. Holmes, just the very briefest, he was born in 1887, okay, and he passed in 1960. And he was just a very curious soul. And it was right at the same time that he was born was when Unity started. So there's a lot of interesting synchronicities that went on in the New Thought era. And it's just what a blessing. We're actually moved to Unity Village. So if anyone comes to Unity Village for events, you can visit. There's 4 archives, just 4. But you can feel the peace when you come to Unity Village. You can feel the peace when you enter these sacred spaces. And I'm so excited for tonight because you're going to actually hear Ernest Holmes. You're going to have readings and inspirational talks. And we're actually going to wrap it up with some very practical ways that you can use Ernest Holmes' teaching. And one of the most inspiring things I'm going to share with you right now, again, I just find peace and peace, if I can share with Dr. Holmes. So we are going here. And I have this on my desk at work. So I think probably most people here know that the International Day of Peace was September 21st. It was born in 1981. This is 40 years to the day, September 21st, 1941, that Dr. Holmes was with Dr. Frank B. Robinson. This is called the American Spiritual Awakening. This is like when World War I was going on, but right before United States came in. And they made this declaration, let there be immediate peace on earth through the power of the Spirit of the living God. And I am going to invite everyone, I know you're on mute and that's okay, to say this. Say it for yourself. Say it for all of us. Let's echo this out. Let there be immediate peace on earth through the power of the Spirit of the living God. And just feel that vibration. Just feel it in your soul and the reality of it right here and right now. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to share a meditation. It's Ernest Holmes' meditation on peace. And I do have a little globe here. And I will hold it. And I'm going to invite you all to hold your hands up. And we're going to send peace and light all around the world as we're listening to Dr. Ernest Holmes' profound words on peace. Let's just take a breath in, just breathing in that essence of peace, exhaling that essence of peace. And as soon as I'm set up, it will be a little more stable. All righty. And how wonderful through the power of technology in our archives, preserving this history for us all so we can listen to Dr. Holmes. Open your heart to receive his words.
Happiness comes from quiet contentment, an inner sense of certainty which cannot be shaken. The mind must reach a place where it no longer remembers the past with anxiety or looks into the future with uncertainty. If you believe in divine goodness, the loving kindness and givingness of God, if you believe in your own soul, then no matter what confronts you, you can be happy. The genius of Jesus lay in his knowledge of spiritual laws. He dared to believe in the invisible source of his being and to trust it. He was not frightened by the storm, nor by the fears of others. He could say peace to both. Peace must exist at the center of everything, or the universe itself would be a chaos. You already believe this. Now you are going to act upon it. You are not only going to believe in it, you are going to act as though it were true, because it is true. There is peace at the center of your being, a peace that can be felt throughout the day and in the cool of the evening, when you have turned from your labor, and the first star shines in the soft light of the sky. It broods over the earth quietly, tenderly, as a mother watches over her child. Say to yourself, in this peace that holds me so gently, I find strength and protection. It is the peace of God in which I feel the love of a holy presence. I am so conscious of this love, this protection, that all sense of fear slips away from me as mist fades in the morning light. I see good in everything, God personified in all people, light manifest in every event. The Spirit unites everything with itself, vitalizing all with the energy of its own being, creating everything through its own divine imagination, surrounding everything with peace, quiet, and calm. I am one with this deep, abiding peace. There is nothing to be afraid of. There is nothing to be uncertain about. God is right where I am. I am at peace with myself. I am at peace with everyone around me. I am at peace with the world in which I live. I am at home with the divine spirit in which I am forever immersed.
So just take that message of peace in your heart. And just for a moment, just be in the stillness, be in that transcendent essence and presence of peace. That peace that is your truth, right here and right now.
Mhm.
So it is.
Reverend Kathy, I so appreciate you playing that video of Reverend Ernest Holmes. It certainly is extraordinary to go back in time and hear his voice. Um, And I want to read a couple of the comments that have come in because I always like to include our Zoom room audience. Karen S. writes, I've been looking forward to tonight's show. I stumbled upon Science of Mind magazine in August of 1987, the week of the harmonic convergence, which was in August of 87. I became a founding member of a religious science church in Houston later that year and was at that church until I began attending Unity 3 years later. So a long history. And I also had a subscription to Science of Mind magazine that would come once a month. And, over the years, they all kind of collected. I appreciated Reverend Jeffrey showing his. It reminded me of all the years that I got it. I also want to read Bonnie Russell. And I have some friends that are in the audience tonight that I know are going through a hard time.
Mm.
And Bonnie recently lost her husband, who was one of our, Bonnie and her husband were very beloved members and are beloved members of the Global Peace Tribe. So when he passed, it was a big deal for all of us. And of course, most of all for his wife, Bonnie. And so I share that so that as I read her words, it gives context.
Thank you.
Bonnie writes, "What I do find effective is centering love, presence in the midst of the pain or discomfort, radiating outward to bless, heal, and restore to wholeness. Feel the love there, right now, already whole and perfect with gratitude that wellness is restored. This has helped me through many discomforts over the years." So thank you, Bonnie, for that beautiful, beautiful sharing. And I'll periodically read other comments from the audience, but I'm going to turn it back over to you, Kathy, because I think you have an introduction coming up.
I do, and talk about peace peeps. This is my piece, my go-to piece. She was the first one I thought of with this. This is Reverend Dr. Sherry McMurray. Oh my goodness. I started ministerial school while she was there, and we immediately connected. And then we were also on the Global Heart of Peace initiative through CSL. And just her heart for peace, her dedication to peace. Every week, she puts out these incredible, glorious peace blogs and meditations that just, this woman is peace. And so what a great honor it is to be here with her and to share her piece of peace.
I'm going to share two poems, but first I want to tell you my very most favorite Ernest Holmes quotes. The first thing I ever read of his was, "We must remain open at the top." And the other one I learned in ministerial school, "There is a golden thread of truth that runs through all faith traditions, and it is our job as seekers to find those threads and weave them together." Just about 100 years ago, Ernest wrote a beautiful poem that is the first page in every single edition of The Science of Mind. Its title is "Peace Be Unto Thee, Stranger." Peace be unto thee, stranger. Enter and be not afraid. I have left the gate open, and thou art welcome in my home. There is room in my house for all. I have swept the hearth and lighted the fire. The room is warm and cheerful, and you will find comfort and rest within. The table is laid, and the fruits of life are spread before thee. The wine is here also, and it sparkles in the light. I have set a chair for you where the sunbeams dance through the shade. Sit and rest and refresh your soul. Eat of the fruit and drink the wine. All is yours, and you are welcome. And about 50 years later, another poet wrote what I believe is the most poignant peace plea of modern days. His name was John Lennon, and you might be familiar with Imagine. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us, above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion, too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us and the world will be as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger, a brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us and the world will be as one. If this resonates with you, I'd invite you to take 15 or 20 minutes in the morning and sit with the words. Singing is allowed, And remember that what we can imagine, we can achieve. And I believe Reverend Kathy has a recording of Ernest Holmes coming up right now.
And now let us take as the thought for our meditation today these words of Job. Acquaint now thyself with him, and be at peace. Thereby good shall come unto thee. To acquaint ourselves with him means to feel the divine presence within and around us. And to be at peace means to relax and let the divine flow through us. Let us remember this, as each says quietly to himself. I am at peace because I know that I live and move and have my being in the divine spirit that flows through everything. I feel this perfect presence at the center of my own being, and I feel that divine guidance is governing my affairs. I do let go and let God. As a child relaxes in the arms of its mother, so I relax in the thought of the all-sustaining good, the ever-present love and the all-knowing wisdom. Tonight, as I seek the repose of peace, I shall say to myself, I sleep in peace and wake in joy and live in a consciousness of good. Tomorrow morning when I awake, I shall say, God goes with me. Love sustains me. Goodness directs me. And all the power there is envelops me in its perfect presence. And tomorrow morning I shall say, there is a light that guides me. And in this light shall others see the light. There is a love that sustains me. Through me shall this love be made known to others, for we are all one in him. And right now, I do acquaint myself with him, and I am at peace.
Beautiful. Dr. Sherry, I did notice that you have a wonderful website. Do you want to tell us a little bit about One Heart Retreats?
One Heart Retreats is an online ministry. I offer retreats for small groups and large groups, and I go to them or they come to me, whichever works best. But the really wonderful thing about my website is the Spirit Online Directory. I started it during the pandemic, and there are pages for ministers and practitioners. And the first page has 57 New Thought churches organized by time zone and within time zone by time slot, so that you could go. These are all centers that live stream, so that you can go to church anywhere you want to go.
So,
And
so hang on, let's slow down because I want people to be able to track this because you know about this, but this is all new to
I
us.
get really excited.
Keep the excitement, but we're going to go a little slower.
Okay.
So first off, the website itself is oneheartretreatcenter.org.
Right.
One, which is spelt out, oneheartretreatcenter.org. And I think what you're referencing is the Spirit Online directory.
Yes.
So on the far right, if you click the Spirit Online directory, and this is where you can click to explore all sorts of different options that she's describing. So now slowly take us through the options.
Okay. The first one, if you scroll down on this page, there are 56 different centers. They're separated by time zone and within time zone by slot. And there's a link to the live stream that's every Sunday or Wednesday, whichever it is.
Wow, this is incredible that you've put this together, Shari.
During the pandemic, I got emails from people who had been trapped in Europe because they were on vacation when it hit and they wouldn't let them fly home. But they got to go to church that Sunday at their own center because it was on the Spirit Online directory.
Wow. What a beautiful, beautiful service. And I mean, it's everywhere. It's remarkable all the different places that you are connecting to centers for spiritual living and unity churches, mostly CSLs. So, wow, thank you. And then what else would you like for us to see?
Well, there are online meditations, there are online practitioner services that you can connect with. Some of these have been going on forever, and some of them change, and people send me the ads, and I put them in order. They're alphabetic because that's the way my brain works.
This is a beautiful, beautiful. There's just so much that's rich, so much rich here to share for anybody who's having a moment of just needing support to be able to go there and pick a meditation or on a Sunday, go to one of the many services being offered and a fun way to get to know. I've given sermons at different CSLs over the years. And one of the things I enjoy is a lot of Center for Spiritual Living will have guest presenters like myself come in. So what a wonderful service you provided, Shari. Thank you. I'm going to bring Kathy back in.
Howdy. All righty. Well, gosh, thank you so much, Dr. Sherry. Oh my gosh, what a divine light. And again, absolutely check out her website, but sign up to get her weekly peace emails. You know, it's every Wednesday they come out. And so it just, today's in particular, it was a beautiful Ernest Holmes quote that I love. And so you'll love it too. And so I love that we have music, we have meditation, we have spiritual practice, we have all sorts of wonderful things. And it's just creating a tapestry of Dr. Ernest Holmes for us all, especially folks who are new, but even people who think they know him real well. I think you're going to learn wonderful things tonight. And speaking of music, Reverend Fairy Elaine Silver is next. She's an inspirational singer, songwriter, speaker, and licensed practitioner with Centers for Spiritual Living. Yeah, she's my peace friend, and so it's just been delightful to get to know her. Reverend Jeffrey introduced us, and her song just speaks to my heart, and so I'm going to hand it over to Fairy Elaine.
Thank you, Kathy.
Unmute.
You need to unmute, Elaine.
I thought I had. Well, maybe Mercury's in retrograde. I don't know. So I just wanted to start my portion talking about a direct quotation from Dr. Ernest Holmes from his book, Creative Mind and Success. He says, quote, "In the silence of the soul's communion with the great cause of all being, into the stillness of the absolute, and into the secret place of the Most High, back of the din and the ceaseless roar of life, we shall find a resting place and a place of real spiritual power." And Dr. Holmes viewed free will as humanity's ultimate power to consciously direct the creative law of the universe. He believed that our individual choices shape our personal reality, allowing us to rise above limitations through the intelligent use of spiritual law. And again, I quote, "We cannot lead a choiceless life. Every day, every moment, every second, there is a choice. If it were not so, we would not be individuals." So I have a song that I made called "The Universe is Within." And that line repeats, "The universe is within." Feel free to join. We have the gift of free will, and we are always at choice. So as I get quiet and still, I listen for that inner voice. As I bring loving kindness, I am full of grace. And as I get quiet and still, I listen from that inner space. It's still and small, it holds it all, for the universe is within. I hear the call of the all in all. The universe is within. I'm grateful for everything I have. I'm grateful for all that is coming, adding notes to my musical staff. I'm grateful for the song I'm becoming when I bring loving kindness. I am full of grace, and as I get quiet and still, I listen from that inner space. Oh, it's still and small, it holds it all, for the universe is within. I hear the call of the all in all. The universe is within. Here comes Rumi. I'm not a drop in the ocean, I'm the ocean in a drop. I'm not a drop in the ocean, I'm the ocean in a drop. I'm not a drop in the ocean, I'm the ocean in a drop. The spirit never stops, because we're open at the top. We have the gift of free will, and we are always that choice. So as I get quiet and still, I listen for that inner voice. As I bring loving kindness, I am full of grace. And as I get quiet and still, I listen from that inner space. It's still and small, it holds it all, for the universe is within. I hear the call of the all in all. The universe is within. The universe is within. The universe is within. And then I have a little bit more. Another quotation from Ernest. Thank you, everybody.
Let's do some twinkles first.
Twinkle!
Twinkles for Fairy Elaine. The fairies always need twinkles.
Yes, they do. So, another quotation from Ernest about peace. Peace is at the center of your own soul. It is the very being of your being, end quote. And then from your invisible power. Quote, the peace that is within you is not something separate from God. It is not something that bombards you from without. This peace is something that expands from within. Always this peace had been in you. Always this peace had nestled at the center of your being, ready to reveal its perfection and harmony. Peace stands at the door of your consciousness and awaits your acceptance of it. However, it does not stand outside your door waiting for entrance, so much as it stands inside, waiting to be expressed in everything you do. And then I wanted to talk about our friend Monk Bante San, who is in our community in South Florida. He walked with the monks last winter from Texas to Washington and back. He just did a little bit of the walk, but he's a Sri Lankan monk, and he came to our Center for Spiritual Living Cultural Coast in Sarasota in March, and he gave a talk and a loving kindness meditation, and he gave us a very powerful mantra, which is, today is my peaceful day. And that's the title of this song. Today is my peaceful day. And I just want to let you know that that mantra works. I say it every day. Today is my peaceful day. I remember when I start to pray. These are the words I say. This is you. Today is my peaceful day. Let's try that part. Today is my peaceful day. I walk for and speak of peace. What no longer serves I release. It's a magical way to pray. Here we go. Today is my peaceful day. The universal sound of creation. Oh, Shanti Om. Om Shanti Om. Shanti is Sanskrit for peace. I'm grateful this peaceful day. Gratitude is the way for keeping my doubts at bay. Today is my peaceful day. I walk for and speak of peace. What no longer serves, I release. It's a magical way to pray. Today is my peaceful day. Om Shanti. Om Shanti Om. Om Shanti Om. Today is my peaceful day. I remember when I start to pray. These are the words I say. Today is my peaceful day. These are the words I pray. Today is my peaceful day. And so it is. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. And I want to let people know how they can get more of Fairy Elaine Silver, and it's by going to her website, which is her name, elainesilver.com. And Elaine, I've known you for a long time. I'm trying to remember where we first met.
We met at Harbin Hot Springs.
We met at Harbin, maybe through Harmony, I think. Maybe when Harmony and all
Probably
got-
like
yeah.
2008, something
Yep.
like that.
And you're in Florida now, but you can
Well, right now I'm
subscribe.
in North Carolina. I'm on tour. I left yesterday.
Oh, all right. And where are you going to be touring to?
Oh, New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, Delaware, Virginia, Maryland. Yeah. Around. I get around North Carolina.
Oh, well, congratulations. How blessed all those people are to hear your music.
Thank you. And if anybody wants to get my newsletter, just send me an email at Elaine. No, it's on my website, but it's esilver888 at AOL. Always was.
So you just go to her website,
Yeah.
elainesilver.com, and subscribe to her newsletter. I'm going to do that right now. And here we
Thank
go.
you.
Yep. All right. Thank you, Elaine. And
Blessings,
here
everyone.
is our co-hostess with the mostest, Reverend Kathy.
How fun is this? I love scrolling through the screens and seeing all the people here. Oh my gosh, what an incredible peace tribe we have growing tonight. So thank you. Oh my God, Elaine, that was so beautiful. Thank you. Today is our peaceful day. And I actually went to Washington, D.C. when the monks were there and was able to walk with the monks. And it was magical beyond measure. So totally get that. And I love Om Shanti Om, chanting. To me, that's another way to access the peace that's within us all. And so thank you. Oh, I want to learn more about everyone. So this is great. And our next special guest is Aldo, and he's a licensed practitioner at Las Vegas Center for Spiritual Living. And he's actually live. This is so fun. I mean, we're all kind of live, but he's doing a hybrid show. And so they have an in-person component of it. He's facilitated the Heart of Peace meditation since 2016 there. And he's dedicated to global harmony. He serves on the Global Heart of Peace Ambassador Team Lead, and he's active in their CSL Global Outreach. And so I'm grateful to hand it over to Aldo.
Thank you very much, Reverend Kathy, for your kind introduction. And if I may say, Fair Elaine, those songs are beautiful. The universe is within. And today is my peaceful day. Yes, today is my peaceful day, indeed. And like what Reverend Kathy said, I'm broadcasting live tonight from the sanctuary of Las Vegas Center for Spiritual Living. And I have some people here. I don't know if we can pan the camera later on. And I'm blessed also to be accompanied by a peaceful soft sound. So Karen Jones with our sound bath, Crystal. So let's allow these tones to help center us in this present moment. Ernest Holmes, the author of The Science of Mind, clearly states, God is not the author of confusion, but of peace. With that truth in mind, let us breathe into these words. And from his book, this thing called you, silently repeat after me, I am submerged in peace. I am surrounded by peace. I am immersed, peace, deep calm, undisturbed. As we immerse ourselves in this undisturbed calm, we begin to feel a shift within. The stillness gives way to a divine frequency. And as Dr. Holmes in The Science of Mind 365, as I feel this presence more and more, I hear the song of joy deep within me. Always when I'm still, I hear the song of life pouring through my consciousness. I have only to listen, for it is always there. With this knowledge comes the assurance that loving presence is always here, closer to me than breathing, nearer than hands and feet. I have nothing to fear. I feel this loving embrace around me, and I know that this is not only a song of joy, but a song of love and protection. I tune out all dull negative ideas and tune in with the sunshine of life, with brightness and laughter, with the joyous presence that is life itself. I will now lay aside all anxiety, all striving, and let the low bring my good to me. I joyfully navigate greater abundance, more success, more joy. Peace fills my heart, and life sings through me in radiant ecstasy. See, when our hearts are full of this peace, it cannot be contained. It must flow outward. From that radiant ecstasy within, we extend our vision to our global community, recognizing the divine pattern in all of humanity. Please join me in consciousness as we pray for the world peace. The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. I know there is but one mind, which is the mind of God, in which all people live and move and have their being. I know there's a divine pattern for humanity, and within this pattern, there is infinite harmony and peace, cooperation, unity, and mutual helpfulness. I know that the mind of humankind, being one with the mind of God, shall discover the method, the way, and the means best fitted to permit the flow of divine love between individuals and nations. Thus, harmony, peace, cooperation, unity, and mutual helpfulness are experienced by all. I know there will be a free interchange of ideas, of cultures, of spiritual concepts, of ethics, of educational systems, and scientific discoveries. For all good belongs to all alike. I know that because divine mind has created us all, we are bound together in one infinite and perfect unity. I know that all people and all nations will remain individual but unified for the common purpose of promoting peace, happiness, harmony, and prosperity. I know that deep within each person, the divine pattern of perfect peace is already implanted. I now declare that in each person and leaders of thought everywhere. This divine pattern moves into action and form to the end that all nations and all people will live together in peace, harmony, and prosperity forever. And together we say, and so it is. Or close your eyes. And as we let the sound of the crystal ball wash over you and receive these beautiful, inspiring words directly from the voice of Ernest Holmes, the meditation, I speak the word of peace and oneness. This was recorded during his radio program on September 2nd, 1951. I believe Reverend Kathy will play that for us.
Today, the words that I speak unto you, I speak not of myself, but the Father that dwelleth in me, he doeth the works. Let us see if we too cannot uncover the God that is within us, as each says quietly to himself, God and I are one. There can be nothing that separates me from the indwelling Father. All that I am and all that I do is the divine presence expressing itself in and through me. The thoughts I think and the words I speak, they are life. They are life and truth because God speaks them through me. Of myself, I give no authority to my thoughts or words, but the child of God in me knows that the authority of the Father brings the words that I speak to pass. So I speak the word of health for my body, my feeling and my thought, knowing that the Father within me is the power that brings this wholeness into complete being. And I speak the word of divine guidance and the word of the wisdom, knowing that the wisdom of the universe wells up as a fount to lead me into paths of rightness, to make straight and clear everything that I do. And I speak the word of joy, and the Father within me frees me from loneliness or sadness. And I speak the word of peace to the whole world. Know that the peace of God reaches into the hearts and the minds of the people of all nations. And I speak the word of oneness with God, and strip forever from my being the mask of limitation, that the true child of God shall be revealed in God's likeness, here and now.
Thank you, Reverend Kathy, for that playback. And thank you again for all the people who come and watching it live here on our center. And back to you, Kathy. Thank you so much.
I want to just take a moment to your website, Aldo. Hopefully you can hear us well. And again, he's coming to us from the Center of Spiritual Living in Las Vegas. And they have a very elaborate website. It's csl.org/spiritual-community/Heart of Peace. And there's a lot of beautiful, beautiful things on this website. So thank you, Aldo, and thank you, everybody at the Las Vegas Center for Spiritual Living for being with us tonight. Namaste. And I'm going to bring our co-host, Kathy, back up.
How fun. Thank you, Aldo. That was so beautiful. That's one of my favorite ones is Ernest Holmes' Prayer for World Peace. And you just said it with such heart and soul. So thank you for bringing such life to that beautiful, beautiful prayer. And thank you. I love Center for Spiritual Living Las Vegas. We have Reverend Stacy Hilton here. She's in the house. And so I just want to give a shout out to Reverend Stacy. She's a beautiful soul who does so much for peace. And your whole center is just glorious. And how wonderful that all these New Thought centers are around the world. This is what we teach. We teach peace. We teach love and light and oneness and acceptance and kindness. And it's just, that's what the world needs right now. So thank each and every soul who's here, who shares from the heart of peace, like literally. And our next, we have more music. And I met Barb through Center for Spiritual Living North Metro. I've been a guest minister there, and I've been their techie gal, their producer, and I just fell in love with her music. It's so soulful. And when we were, praying on this show, I kept hearing Barb. I had to bring her in, and you're all about to experience why. She's a former member of the duo Barb and Salo, and she performs throughout Springfield, Illinois, and she's provided music for CSL North Metro for like 6 years, and just, again, a beautiful, peace-filled soul. So how joyous to have her here with us. Thank you, Barb.
Thank you, and thank you for that wonderful introduction. And also thank you for all the techie things that you provide for CSL North Metro. We really appreciate that.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm going to sing a song. The words are not mine, but it's of St. Francis. And it's a beautiful prayer that he wrote. And I did my own spin on this. And then after that, I will go into a short meditation. And then I do have just a few words from Ernest. But here is my spin on the prayer of St. Francis.
Make me an instrument of your peace. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, let there be pardon. Where there is doubt, let there be faith. Where there's despair, let there be hope. Where there is darkness, let there be light. Where there is sadness, may there be joy. me so, love. Where there is injury, let there be pardon. Where there is doubt, let there be faith. Where there's despair, let there be hope. Where there is darkness, let there be light. Where there is sadness, may there be joy. Make me an instrument of your peace.
Going to go to gallery view. And
Thank
while
you.
we're twinkling, Barbara, I'm going to read a few of the comments because some lovely comments have come in, Barbara, from our audience. And then I know you have a little more to share.
Oh,
Mujiba writes, I love this St. Francis prayer. I'm so happy to hear it set so beautifully to music. Thank you. Joanne Brem writes, this is so beautiful. And Dia Therese, who's one of our most beloved global peace strivers, shares a very powerful story about how she first heard that song when she was a young woman at a church, and it was a woman playing it, and it just changed her whole life. And so it's bringing back that for some people, this is a whole introduction to Ernest Holmes. And for others of us, we've been getting Science of Mind magazine forever. And Dia's memory of when she was age 18, hearing that. So this evening is really encompassing, of course, in going all the way back to the time that he was alive. So it's really quite a time capsule show tonight, and I'm really appreciating that. And more comments coming in. Susan Woolridge writes, Barbara, your voice holds so much love and passion. Reverend Kathy writes, this is soulful and beautiful rendition of a powerful peace prayer. Susan writes, I've had this St. Francis of Assisi plaque for decades. It is so heartfelt, amazing to hear it to music.
oh,
Thank you, Barbara.
thank you. Thank you so much, because when we hear the St. Francis prayer, make me an instrument of your peace. And as we are all instruments of God's peace, we have that one breath, that one mind, one body and soul. And as we focus on that breath, breathing in, we breathe in love. Breathing out, we breathe out effortlessness. Breathing in, we breathe in joy. Breathing out, again, we breathe out effortlessness. Breathing in, we breathe in peace. Breathing out, again, we breathe out effortlessness. As we are now awash in God's love and joy and peace. As we focus on our breath, I will now read from Ernest Holmes, Living the Science of Mind, the peace that is within you. The peace which is at the center of your being was not born from human struggle, evolution, or accomplishment. It is something that always existed. It was not given by the world. The world cannot take it away. It remains perfect, exactly what it always has been. It awaits your recognition that you may enter into conscious partnership with it. And when you have joined the forces of your intellect with its infinite calm, your heart will no longer be disturbed, nor will it be afraid. Above the wind and higher than the whirlwind, enshrined in the heart of God, there is a voice within you which says, "Peace, be not afraid. It is I. This I is you. This you is God within you. This God within you is peace." And so it is.
Well, it looks like there's a few more comments I want to read, and then we're going to go to your website. Reverend Jeffrey says, "You are the voice celestial." Susan writes, "Thank you so much for singing so beautifully, bringing life to the words." And there's a whole conversation that took place between Ayada and Dia, just about the commonality of both of their mothers, introducing them at such an early age to Ernest Holmes.
Oh, wonderful.
Even though one of their mothers was then excommunicated from her church because she, went over to the way of thinking of Ernest Holmes. So God bless our parents or those elders that have carried this wisdom and this way of seeing life all the way through. And Barb has a website, which we're going to go to. And I have to, of course, ask you about it because the website is barbandsalo, SALO.com. So I need to ask, who is Salo?
Salo is my former partner, and we made a couple CDs together. And I also believe it has her CD on there as well. It is already done. I have not yet recorded the Prayer of St. Francis. That is on my to-do list for this year. But you can, if you, it is already done, is probably my favorite CD. And just a lot of truths, a lot of things. And so if you enjoyed my music, you can also check out my website and download some of the music there. You can also be my friend on Facebook. So.
Okay. Thank you so much, Barb. I'm going to turn it back over to Kathy.
Thank you.
No, thank you, Barb. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. And I am her friend on Facebook. We Facebook well together. We play well together on Facebook. And so it's a very peaceful time. You'll find me on Facebook, Barb. It's just, I think it's a great place. You can really, customize your page so it's very peaceful and filled with love and light. And so that's just my personal experience. And speaking of peace, my goodness, Reverend Dr. Trish Hall is coming up next. And I've known her through the Science of Mind archives. We actually had a lovely lunch together, one convention with Reverend Dr. Marilyn Leo, who is the founder of the archives. And Trish has been just a long-time supporter of Ernest Holmes, of the archives, and she absolutely, Reverend Dr. Trish, she is, her heart is Science of Mind and Peace. And we were on the Global Heart of Peace together for 4 years, and boy, did we do event after event after event with Reverend Dr. Sherry McMurray, and I think I saw Reverend Chris Plimon here for a little bit as well. What an amazing time that was. And so it's just a great honor to have you here. You, again, I was like, oh my God, my peace peeps, let's share this peace with the world. And so thank you for being here.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Kathy. We peace people have a tendency to hang out together. Like, why would we hang out with anybody else when we have so many wonderful peace peeps? And we have the opportunity to expand that consciousness. And peace, our consciousness is contagious. And so when we are peace people, then that consciousness is contagious. And we have that choice. And so my passion for peace is that people have the opportunity to come into their own magnificence. And one of the things about Dr. Holmes' teaching was, and a phrase that I love and I use regularly, is an opportunity for us to become our greatest yet to be. And that's not about things and stuff. That's about the opportunity for us to express our magnificence, for us to be peace, for us to cause peace. And rather recently, one of his articles from 1955 in the magazine came to the attention of a number of people, and the title of it caught my attention right away, and that is Peace is Not an Illusion. And living here in the Washington, D.C. metro, I've had people challenge me about that. In fact, I've had people say peace is a delusion, and it's not. Just as Dr. Holmes stated, world peace is not an illusion. It is possible. There are magnificent organizations that are all working in this direction. And so I want to read to you, and then we will meditate upon parts of it. And so he starts off with, and it's particularly timely that it's happened. It came forth this year, was brought forward, because this is the 250th birthday of the United States. What a perfect time to be declaring peace is not an illusion. So he wrote, so we want peace on earth? Then let us pray for peace in our own hearts. Let us affirm peace in our own minds. Let us live as though peace were the mandate of God, because it is. Together, let us affirm it, and let us encourage others to, no matter what the opposition appears to be, for it is a fundamental reality of God. Quote, blessed are they that have not seen and yet have believed, unquote. Let us face the future without fear, but let us all also face it intelligently, as men and women who are not afraid of anything. There is nothing in the universe to be afraid of. Some things, if the world is healed of war and brought into peace, it won't have been because guns were bigger and better or more of them. We need them until it does heal itself. But that will come to pass only because somewhere along the line, the balance of the scales of eternal truth shall fall on the side of peace. Let us, you and me, pray for peace, and let us make our hearts fit to accept it when it comes. Let us make our intellect and our soul and our will and our feeling ready to receive and embrace it, even before it comes. Let us, in the stillness of our own soul, go back to the ineffable presence which is peace, and proclaim it even in the midst of confusion, that peace, which is the power of the heart of God, it is at that hour. And so let us just set aside the moment and drop into the stillness. Let us take that Dr. Holmes said, and let us prepare ourselves for peace. Many of us know in the teachings of Science of Mind that shifting how the world is and shifting how our inner world is a matter of preparing for it. In Dr. Sherry's opening reading about I prepare a place for you, that place is the heart of God, and it is up to us to prepare the place, for peace. And so now bring into your awareness the sensations of peace. Where in your body do you feel peace? What are the thoughts that accompany those feelings? Are you feeling any fear or resistance? I invite you to infuse any such sensations with the healing power of love. So that as you are experiencing peace, as you are fully embodying peace, float with it. Allow every sensation in your body to be peace. And now realize that this peace that you are experiencing is radiating out from you, touching, transforming every particle of every atom all around the world. Bring into your awareness vision, seeing, and knowing peace is vibrating all around the world. Draw in a breath of peace. Gently exhale peace. And watch the world sparkle with peace. very gently, feeling peace with every atom of your being. Begin to bring your awareness back to our evening, knowing that you have, by radiating peace, by radiating the peace from within you, you have changed the world this evening. Our gathering is changing the world as peace is emerging on a greater and greater level. And so it is.
And so it is. I want to invite everyone who felt something just now. Already a few comments are coming in. Please put in the chat box what you're experiencing, what you're feeling as a result of the beautiful guided experience that Dr. Trish just led us through. And while you do that, I'm going to share a couple of websites. I'm going to start by going to way2peace.org. I believe, Dr. Trish, this is your website.
Yes, it is.
What would you like for us to know about this website? And again, the website is way2peace.org, way2peace.org. It's a beautiful website. And what would you like for me to show people?
Well, we teach about how to be the presence of peace. We teach about interpersonal and organizational communication techniques that are the embodiment of peace. And that years ago, I had a t-shirt and I literally wore it till it was thin. The fabric was giving up and it said, "World peace begins with me."
Yeah.
And we can't expect institutions to do what is ours to do.
That's right.
Peace is ours to do. And so through Way to Peace, we provide education, we provide some assorted assistance around the world. It's a philanthropic educational site. So.
Well, there's a lot. It's a very thorough website. There's ways you can get inspiration, learn about other groups, peace links, and of course, it's true. It's up to all of us. So I encourage people to really, join this website, go down, look at it. And there's contact information there if you want to reach Dr. Trish. Her email address is at the bottom of the website. And I'm going to read some of your comments that have come in, but we're going to go to a second website first. And this is where you can get, and I'm going to bring Dr. Kathy, or Reverend Kathy, on for a moment, because you may want to share with us a little bit about this, Reverend Kathy. This is the Science of Mind Archives.com. Scienceofmindarchives.com. And wow, what a gold mine this is. There's a film, The Science of Ernest's Mind, that you can actually purchase. It's free to all centers and friends of the archive, or you can purchase it here. And Reverend Kathy, anything you want to make sure our audience knows about this site?
Just if you go to the very top, it's just the home, the products, the resources about the archives. It's just a really powerful tool. Our newsletter sign up, just like everyone else. We're trying to be gentle with our newsletter, and it comes out a couple times a month. And, of course, the donate button, we love that button too, because we're a nonprofit organization just dedicated to preserving Dr. Ernest Holmes and his teachings. But there's also, if you want to go back to it just for a nanosecond, I want to show you something so powerful that I think this group will love. Just go to the very far right, that little hourglass, and click on it and type in the word peace. And that's our little search engine. And then hit enter and let's see what we get. And so we have audio prayers, just keep on going. There'll be pages of them. These are a few of them we're hearing tonight. Audio prayers, world peace is not an illusion. That's the one that Dr.
Wow.
Trish talked. But look, see, 10 pages came up of items on Ernest Holmes when you just search for the word peace. So I just wanted to show people that cute little tool.
That's incredible. Wow. Thank you. And I do want to read some of the comments that came in, Dr. Trish. I'm bringing you back on camera for a minute, because I want to just share some of people were very deeply touched by what you shared. So these are some of the comments, and it looks like about 15 comments came in. But Eleanor Joy writes, your voice is so very soothing. It was a wonderful active meditation for me. Christy Michaels, also a reverend, writes, as my mind was multitasking, suddenly the gentle energy of Trisha's voice pulled me into the stillness. Loved it. Thank you. Carol Craig says, wow, I am way out there. I've been in several meditations today, and wow, I'm now in the zone. Um, Joanne Brem writes, let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. Yes, Joanne, that's the message of the day. And she also writes about Trisha's experience. Peace fills my entire being and certainty in its manifestation on our beloved planet. Reverend Jeffrey writes, oh, yes, such peace emanating into our world through our interaction with the field. Fairy Elaine writes, I went somewhere. So lovely, Trish. And on and on and on. DR writes, peace in every fiber of our being. Deborah Haviland writes, warm heart peace. Ayada writes, if we want peace, then let us live as though peace is the mandate of God. Yes. And finally, the last one I'll read, there are many others, but the last one I'll read is Dr. Kathy wrote it. Preach it, Dr. Trish and Dr. Holmes, and absolutely. So thank you, Dr. Trish. You have touched our lives, and I hope what you said is true, that our little show tonight is making a difference in our awakening world.
Oh, it definitely is. I absolutely believe, I know, not just believe, but I know that every time some one of us steps up as an activity of God, as peace, the world is transformed. And that ripple goes out from each of us in that moment, and it spreads. And so if you take that that's the truth of each individual, and then you multiply it by the number of people who are on this Zoom, and multiply it by all the people that are watching on Facebook now and later.
Yes.
We thank you, team, thank you, Scott, and thank you, Jeffrey. This is the seed that has transformed the world. It's happening now.
Aho, ashe.
Aho.
Thank you, Dr. Trish. And I believe that you are about to introduce Christy.
I am. All right. So we are Dr. or Reverend, lots of doctors tonight. Reverend Christy Semple. What an honor, what a joy it has been to get to know this beautiful, dedicated, passionate peacemaker on the planet. I've been honored to be a guest on a couple of her shows. She's on New Thought Media Network, and we were on Peace Dialogues. I think Dr. Trish was there, and she just is pure heart and pure love and pure peace. And so it's a great honor to have her join us tonight to share her piece of peace with us all.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Reverend Kathy, and thank you everyone for your readings, for your words of wisdom, for your music. Oh, it's all so beautiful and inspiring. And I'm going to share some words of Ernest Holmes, and we have been hearing and realizing that Ernest Holmes was very wise, shared a lot of wisdom, a lot of insight and wisdom that he had learned from all of his readings and studies, and also in all the works of Ernest Holmes. And Reverend Kathy can tell us how many books there are he authored, oh, I should know this and I don't, dozens of books. And in those books is not only the wisdom, but also a lot of practical ideas on how we can put this into practice each day in our lives to nurture peace and to nurture our spiritual growth. And I'm going to share a couple of these passages and include some of these practical ideas. And the first one I'm sharing is from a book, Creative Ideas, by Ernest Holmes. And this is Love Surrounds Me. And he says, when we let the love that is within us go out to the God who is in all people and the divine presence that is in all things, then we are loving God with all our heart and with all our soul and mind. We are recognizing that the spirit within us is the same spirit that we meet in others. This is loving our neighbor as ourselves. And when we recognize the divine presence everywhere, then we know that it responds to us and that there is a law of good, a law of love, forever giving of itself to us. And then he affirms, this divine and perfect law is circulating through me right now. Its rhythm is in my heartbeat. Its perfection is manifest in every organ, action, and function of my physical body. Love and perfect life circulate through everything. This love and this life I accept as the truth about myself now and forever. The law of love heals and makes whole, makes me prosperous and happy. I know that the only power there is and the only presence there is love, the Spirit Almighty. There is no condemnation, no judgment, and no fear in me. I feel that I belong to the world in which I live. I love people and I am loved by them. And so it is, yes, that beautiful affirmation of seeing love and being love. It's that putting it into practice, these principles, putting that into practice each day. Again, seeing love and being love, and that love is what nurtures peace. That, yes, and so that he weaves that together so beautifully. And I'm going to share a couple of other passages, and these are from Living the Science of Mind. We've already heard Barbara shared from Living the Science of Mind, a wonderful book, again, about putting these ideas into practice. And this is from a chapter called Your Spiritual Bank Account. What a beautiful idea. Why can we not think of it this way? God has already made the initial deposit, and a big one, for everyone who is ever born into this world, because God has given self to us, has imparted his own life, and in a mysterious way, which is beyond our comprehension, has endowed us with the capacity to love. If God is love, and if each one of us has, as we must have, immediate access to the love of God, then we must earn the ability to draw on the bank of life in such degree as we become loving. So we shall earn the ability to draw on this bank through constant meditation and prayer and communion with the infinite, using statements in our meditations similar to the following. God is love, and all the love there is mine now. I shall endeavor to see something lovable in everyone I meet, in every situation in which I find myself. And as I do this, I shall accumulate a great degree of love to be deposited in my bank. And then when some experience comes along which seems unkind or unlovable, I shall be able to write a check on my bank of life, which will cover every liability of unkindness. How about that? That bank of life, that idea of the bank of life. It is always there. And that idea of the bank of life in relation to peace and to see, to know that that is there, that love is there for us to see experiences and situations. And a couple of more. This is from, you can start a spiritual chain reaction. And another beautiful idea, just like the bank account. Said we can use this power. The power that holds a grain of sand in place is the same power that holds the planets in their places. There is nothing big or little or hard or easy as far as the power is concerned. It is the same power working in and upon everything. This is the power which we use. Do not hesitate to use affirmative prayer for any good purpose and for all purposes that are constructive. For in so doing, you will most certainly be starting a chain reaction in that particular direction. Do not think it unimportant for you to be friendly to everyone you meet, because your friendliness will start a reaction in them, which will cause them to be friendly to everyone they meet. And the thing will multiply and expand. It might even reach around the world. Let us then do everything we can to increase our own faith and conviction, and be equally certain that we are using this faith and conviction in everything we are doing. So it's starting a spiritual chain reaction. And if you want to start a chain reaction that will help those around you, realizing that it must begin at the center of your own being, suppose you take time daily to say these words to yourself, very simply and sincerely, and perhaps repeat the process a number of times each day. I know that nothing but good can go from me. Nothing but good can return. It is my inward desire that everything I touch, every person I think of, shall be blessed and helped. It is my affirmative prayer, which I completely accept, that even as I pass people in the street, some silent influence of good shall reach from me to them. How beautiful. In the actions of our days, throughout our days, and starting that spiritual chain reaction, how we see people, how we treat them. So beautiful ideas from Ernest Holmes, beautiful practical ideas, love and peace. And I'm pleased also to be sharing and Kathy's going to cue it up here for us, Reverend Kathy, one of Ernest Holmes' meditations, and it is lead me into the garden of peace and love. Thank you.
And now let us take as the thought for our meditation today these following words. Let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, nor the mighty man glory in his might, but let him glory in this, that he knoweth me, realizing that what we all need is to know God and to unify with him. Let each one of us say quietly to himself, realizing that God, the living Spirit, is the one final presence and power in all the universe, I consciously enter into communion with this divine presence that is within me, and that is within and around everything. Today I acknowledge the presence and the power of the living Spirit, and I invite it to lead me into pathways of peace, of health, of happiness, and of wholeness. I permit the divine Spirit to lead me into the Garden of Eden, for I know that in this garden there grows the fruit of peace and joy and happiness. And I know that the river that waters this garden flows from the heart of an eternal love. As I bathe in this river of life, I permit everything to be washed away that does not belong to the kingdom of good. This is my choice. This is my secret desire. This is the sole ambition of my heart and my mind and my soul, that I shall walk with God, and walking with God, that I shall so manifest his nature that everything around me shall be blessed.
Wow. Are we playing another piece? No.
Oh, no, I am complete now. And thank you. And I know we have some prayer time coming up next.
All right, well,
So
before you go,
let's do
don't dash right off, because I do want to take people to your YouTube channel, which is kind of fun. So she has a YouTube channel, which is called Welcome to Peace Dialogues. Um, at least that's what came up in your bio. Is this where we're supposed to go next? Kathy?
You bet. Yes.
Okay, great. So here we go. And so, again, so many wonderful ways to connect with our friends tonight. Here's a wonderful YouTube channel, and there's a lot of, I'm going to subscribe right away. And what's uh, this particular YouTube, Kathy?
And actually, Reverend Christie can talk.
Oh,
Okay.
yes. This is on the New Thought Media Network. It is their YouTube channel, and I host one of the shows called Peace Dialogues. It's a weekly show on Thursday mornings. It's live from 9 to 10 a.m. Mountain Time. And
What if peace wasn't?
there
Right.
we go. It's an hour long, and then there are archives of all the shows. And Reverend Kathy has been a guest on there, and Reverend Dr. Sherry has been a guest, and Dr. Trish has been a guest on there. So you could see episodes with all of them. We have wonderful dialogues bringing forth
Wow.
activities that nurture peace in our world. That new, more awareness that we realize there's a lot going on, a lot that we can do.
Beautiful. I want to read just a couple comments, then we'll go to prayer time with Tiara. Ayada writes, I can't stop thinking about how quickly and heartfully beautiful our world would change if weekly events like this, the Awakening World, Unity Earth, World Unity Week, were widely distributed. How can we make this happen, right? Believe me, I think about that after every show. Um, Ayada continues, there is a spiritual hunger, plus hunger for healthier, more connected community and society, and so many resources that people are yearning for but don't know where to find. It's so true. Um, and Dr. Trish pointed something out that I wanted to comment for you, Christy, before you left. She pointed out practical spirituality, day-to-day embodiment of as love and peace as a natural response. And I really was touched by what you read kind of towards the end about really every day living in
Mhm.
peace and sharing it with our neighbors and the people that we come into
Yes.
contact with.
Hmm. That's very practical. We can do it. We can be peace each day.
Well, thank you, Reverend Christy. Kathy, thank you so much for all that you've done to make this show happen. It's been a beautiful, beautiful show. And of course, I invite everybody to stay. What we're going to do is we're going to have our prayer time with Tiara, a couple of Global Peace Tribe announcements, and then we'll have a closing song with Omashar. So please, everybody, stick around. And I'm going to turn it over to our beloved Tiara.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Scott. I'm so touched and so moved. This is deep. This is powerful. This is profound. This is real peace. And I want to give a special shout out to Reverend Kathy Hearn from San Diego. San Diego is where I became part of CSL, Centers for Spiritual Living, became a reverend myself, and want to mention that we're having another Interfaith Awareness Week show on July 29th, bringing in the Dr. Reverend Abigail and Steve Albert and introducing the first week of August, where we celebrate interfaith awareness. So making sure everyone knows about that. And as always, we scoop up everything that's transpired during our show in this moment, and we take it between our capable hands, our powerful hearts, and we beam that out through our minds, expanding it, expanding and expanding it. And with all the love and spiritual power that's here in this room tonight, to all those listening beyond now and then. And we create even further peace that surpasses all of our understanding. We use our beautiful imaginations to see areas where we've witnessed other than peace, and we watch it just dissipate. We watch anger dissolve. We watch handshakes happen. We watch healing in ways and with those that we never thought could happen. And we know it's true. Using our imagination, we see every arm fall down in peace. We see every heart open with more love than ever thought possible, beyond our wildest dreams, allowing that to transpire that we can't even imagine, we can't even think about right now. And we use our entire bodies to send this peace out. We see our feet walking in peace. Every word out of our mouth flows as peace. And we allow that peace to come back into our own beautiful bodies, our own hearts, our own souls, continuously filling our cup so that it continues to run over and to ripple out into the world. We bless Scott for bringing these beautiful shows to us. May your cup overflow, Scott, with all the abundance of all good, all wealth, all that you desire beyond your wildest dreams, for the work that you bring and do into the world ripples far out, far out. We are the cosmic global peace tribe. We include all sentient and non-sentient beings, every plant, every insect, every bit of air permeates peace. And we know this is true, and we know this is right, and we know this is so, and so it is.
Thank you, Diara. That was beautiful. And I'm going to go to gallery view and invite us all to just take a minute or two of silence. And this is our time to kind of bring in our collective energies and for you to pray for whatever is alive in your heart. It might even be for yourself or for the world or for a neighbor or someone you know. But we're going to have 2 minutes now of silence. Slowly coming back. And thank you, everybody, for being with us. I want to invite anybody who hasn't registered yet for our new season. We just are starting our summer season. And so if you go to globalpeacetribe.com, globalpeacetribe.com, click register for the new season. That'll take you to our registration page, assuming that you are a human. And it's really easy. You can register very quickly, very inexpensively, and you will get all the Zoom room links to all of our shows. And all of our shows are very, very inspirational. And they're very, very unique. Like last week, we honored educators on Wednesday night, and then on Saturday night, we learned all about the science of creating miracles. And then looking ahead, this Saturday night, once a month, we collaborate with Soul Search. And Soul Search provides amazing psychics and healers. So you want to be in the Zoom room because they will be providing some healings and some readings for you, our Zoom room audience members. And our beloved Desiree is going to be one of the people providing a healing experience. So she's going to be back with us on Saturday night. She's been traveling the world. And Barbara Tintori will be my co-host. I always enjoy co-hosting with Barbara. Um, and coming up ahead this month, we've got some really wonderful shows planned with a lot of dynamic presenters and beautiful music, and always our beloved Omar Shar. And speaking of our beloved Omar Shar, we always like to open and close with his amazing musical offerings, and always looking to see what dynamic backdrop has he chosen. Always the songs, the backdrops are perfect. There he is, the producer of tonight's show, our beloved Omar Shar.
Actually, Ernest is the producer of tonight's show. And I'm sure that we can all feel his spirit. And I was for many years music director for Unity in one of the Hawaii branches of Unity. And then I also was invited several times to sing at the Center for Spiritual Living in Kauai in Hawaii. And this song that we're about to sing together, please don't unmute, but just you have all sung it. It's a song that is proliferated throughout Unity and CSL and other New Thought churches. But before we go then, thank you Jeffrey and Kathy and Sherry and Elaine and Aldo and Barbara and Trish and Christy and Diara and Scott. And I look forward to being invited to all of your churches to play. Thank you so much. That is my affirmation. And I'm just going to put in the chat box the song we're going to sing. So sing it with me if you like, or if you don't, sing it anyway in your heart. We'll go around it about 3 or 4 times, and most of you will know it. This is just my take upon it. Yes, Antion did. Oh, hang on. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Why have we come to earth? Do you remember? Why have we taken birth? Why have we come to love, serve and remember, to love, serve and remember, to love, serve and remember. Why have we come to earth? Do you remember? Why have we taken birth? Why have we come? Come on. To love, serve and remember, to love, serve and remember, to love, serve and remember. Great warm up. Here we go. 2 more times. Why have we come to earth? Do you remember? serve and remember to love, serve and remember to love, serve and remember. Okay, last time. Why have we come to earth? Do you remember? Why have we taken birth? Why have we come to love, serve and remember to love, serve and remember to love, serve and remember. Keep that going. To love, serve and remember. Remember to love, serve and remember. Remember to love, serve and 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 remember.
Remember to love.
What a perfect closing song to a beautiful, beautiful show. And you already said thanks to everyone. So again, just ditto. Thank you, Reverend Jeffrey, Kathy, Barbara. I'm gonna Aldo, all of you.
Sherry, Christy.
The whole gang. Thank you, everybody.
I got the room down here.
Yeah, that helps. Thank you. And thank you, of course, Omar Shar, for making it happen. I sure hope to see you all on Saturday night. We will celebrate Carol Craig's birthday, and we will be receiving psychic readings and healings and all sorts of fun stuff. So make sure you're with us on Saturday night. And thank you also, DR, for all that you do. God's blessings, everyone.